接受我的挑战。
风雷击。
Xiao Yan's diamond giant body was indeed extremely powerful. When Xiao Yan first displayed it, its overwhelming might astonished everyone. In the original, it was called the King Kong glass body, probably because of its dazzling brightness and shining radiance. Yet its toughness was no weaker than the hardest metal. It was during the battle with the spiritual Sky faction that Xiao Yan fully revealed this new heaven-class technique in all its splendor. His appearance behind the enemies was epic, like a shining golden giant. With just a wave of his hand, Xiao Yan literally crushed Yaohua Lingjun flat. He did the same to the deputy leader of the faction, who was at the 9th star of the Do Zun level. It was a truly amazing technique, one that I personally like very much. After that, Xiao Yan and his team confronted the ancient sky python. Xiao Yixian, Yun Yun, Queen Medusa, and Qing Lin all attacked this ferocious beast together. In the end, thanks to Qing Lin's snake eyes, the python was brought under control. Xiao Yan then took advantage of this opportunity to break through to the 9th star of the honorable warrior Do Zun in the heavenly blood pool. This was by no means an easy process. The heavenly flame was able to remove the corrosive properties of the water, which otherwise could have harmed him greatly. This truly is a perfect place for cultivation. Joy surged in Xiao Yan's heart as he felt the transformation within his body. At such speed he could hope to advance the glass giant body to its very peak, and even break through beyond the 8th star and become a 9-star venerable warrior Do Zun. However, the energy there was polluted. The ancient heavenly demon python was a brutal creature of low intelligence but with a powerful physical body. Even if its offspring absorbed this energy, it would allow them to develop rapidly. Any other human, however, would instantly die from such impure energy. But under the protection of the heavenly flame, Xiao Yan simply sat in the pool and waited for the moment of his breakthrough. In the blink of an eye, 2 days passed. Queen Medusa, Xiao Yixian, Yun Yun, and the others remained outside on the mountain, guarding. But everyone could sense the extremely intense energy flows surging inside Xiao Yan's body. As soon as the water in the pool vanished, an invisible ripple suddenly burst forth from Xiao Yan's body. Boom! The entire cave trembled. Xiao Yan's aura suddenly soared. Everything happened in an instant, like a volcanic eruption. From the depths of Xiao Yan's soul came a muffled roar. At that moment, Do Qi in his body surged forth like a flood. His eyes snapped open, flashing with a bloody glow. Moreover, the golden giant figure appeared once again, now even mightier. Kai Lin felt Xiao Yan's power and exclaimed, "His aura has risen. Could it be he has succeeded and broken through to become a 9-star Do Zun?" Yun Yun and the elders of the flower sect also cried out in surprise. When they had first met Xiao Yan, he had only been a 2-star honorable warrior. Only a couple of years had passed, yet now he had already reached 9 stars. "I have broken through successfully," Xiao Yan released a commanding force. He had become far stronger than he had been 3 days earlier. Though the gap between the peak of the 8th star and the 9th star of an honorable warrior Do Zun seemed small, the difference in power was vast. By Xiao Yan's own assessment, if he could completely master the glass giant body and the clan tattoo power, his strength would be comparable to that of a 4th or 5th stage Do Zun 9 stars. Furthermore, if his great heavenly creation palm and other mighty Do Qi techniques were added in, he would even be able to fight against a 6th stage honorable warrior. Yet the plot of the ancient wilderness, also translated as the Shanto Wilds, was already in full swing, and reaching the ancient Bodhisattva tree would not be so easy. After his breakthrough to the 9th star and the strengthening of the giant body, Xiao Yan and his team set out for the cascade of the ancient region. Many experts had already gathered there. Qing Lin suggested they use the ancient sky python for travel, since it was considered one of the strongest creatures in the ancient wilderness. It could frighten away other beasts along the way. Naturally, Xiao Yan agreed, as this would be faster. Under Qing Lin's control, the python became extremely obedient. The cascade of the ancient wilderness was a place where, in ancient times, a great battle had occurred. Many extraordinarily influential experts had perished there, leaving the land imbued with a strange pressure. Magical beasts dared not set foot there. From the cascade, one could enter the deepest part of the ancient region. Thus, all factions had chosen to come to this safe place. Xiao Yan and his team stepped onto a vast plaza in the desert. A great number of people had gathered here. Xiao Yan told his girls to remain cautious. Although he relaxed a little upon seeing so many people, he understood that the humans present were far more dangerous than the ferocious beasts of the wilds. Naturally, the arrival of Xiao Yan's group attracted much attention. The bloody scent of these people is truly thick. Xiao Yan's gaze swept over the crowd. It seemed that these experts had formed groups to hunt ferocious beasts. Finally, he noticed familiar figures. At that very moment, a cold voice rang out. "You will not enter here. Get lost." It was Qing'er. The heavenly phoenix tribe behaved far too arrogantly. At that moment, representatives of the Gu clan approached Xiao Yan. Qing'er was also present. Beside her stood generals of the Gu clan, including one of the four, Donghua. "Do not worry. Xiao Yan will handle this himself," General Gu Qingyang said with a light laugh. He had already realized that Xiao Yan had become a true 9-star Douluo. Although Qing'er's aura was somewhat strange, Xiao Yan had already defeated Yuhao, who had been 3 stars stronger than him. Now, having broken through to the peak of the honorable warrior level, there was no need to worry about Xiao Yan. Qing'er nodded. At that moment, Xiao Yan calmly stepped onto the pedestal at the center of the square, completely ignoring Qing'er's words. Her face twisted with anger, and she decided to attack him with powerful energy. However, Xiao Yan easily stopped her strike and turned the force back at her, unleashing a fiery stream. Qing'er instantly released an aura filled with ancient might, and the cry of a phoenix echoed in the air. That aura resembled the avatar of the ancient phoenix, which had perished countless years ago. Xiao Yan immediately understood the reason behind Qing'er's rising aura. It all came from the dead heavenly phoenix. Qing'er hated Xiao Yan for the suffering she had endured. She revealed what had happened. The tribe had seized the remains of the ancient phoenix, but its blood was polluted. To obtain pure power, they transplanted bones containing blood essence into young clan members. Out of 10 chosen candidates who underwent the bone transplant in the tribe, only 2 survived. Qing'er was one of them. She blamed Xiao Yan, saying it was because of him that her tribe had lost the fruit of origin of the dragon and phoenix. Now she desired his death. Kai Lin and the others immediately tensed, ready to intervene, when suddenly from behind Qing'er appeared another person of the Phoenix tribe, with eyes of different pupils, far strangers still. Gu Qingyang stopped them, saying he would not allow numbers to be used against Xiao Yan. During previous battles, Gu Qingyang had grown rather close with Xiao Yan. Thus, Qing'er challenged Xiao Yan, and he accepted. He boldly stepped forward. He needed to show his strength, since many experts had gathered, and retreat was not an option. Qing'er was at the 3rd stage of the 9th-star honorable warrior Douluo. Xiao Yan clearly understood that her strength had risen, but she could not control it. She attacked, but Xiao Yan's dense flames swirled around him. He was quite relaxed. Qing'er had not expected that she would be unable to suppress Xiao Yan even with her current power. How could her pride endure this? But this was not her own strength. Qing'er's sudden surge in power was linked to the heavenly phoenix skeleton she had received. Xiao Yan merely sneered. He did not retreat or even defend. With a dazzling flash of light, Xiao Yan easily repelled Qing'er's full force. Then everyone heard the sound of a slap across the face. Qing'er's body was sent flying backward, and a palm mark remained on her face. When Xiao Yan had received Xiao Xian's inheritance, he had not recklessly forced his strength upward. Instead, he had done everything possible to suppress it. On the other hand, Qing'er had done everything to hastily increase her power, but it was an unnatural method. In the end, for this reason Qing'er would never become a half-saint Ban Shang, relying on borrowed power. She would remain at the 9-star honorable warrior Douluo level. Now, together with the Gu clan team, they could proceed further. But the problem was that to reach the deepest part of the region, where the ancient Bodhisattva tree stood, they had to pass through a vast army of ferocious beasts. These creatures surrounded the entire region and guarded it. To approach the tree, one would have to force a way through their endless sea. In recent days, many had attempted this, but the beasts always blocked the path and forced the humans to retreat. Among them were several especially powerful beasts that were very difficult to deal with. Xiao Yan now understood why the people here carried such a heavy scent of blood. They truly had tried to break through the beast army. At this moment, everyone needed to unite, otherwise no one could pass. A temporary alliance was proposed by one man. He was from the Hall of Souls and belonged to the Han clan. Moreover, he was one of the two young heirs who could become the future head of the clan. Xiao Yan was shocked. He saw a man in black clothes with long black hair. His face was as white as jade, giving the impression of softness and friendliness. Yet Xiao Yan sensed danger. He knew the Han clan was mysterious and powerful, its members extraordinarily strong. Xiao Yan thought that such an outwardly kind man could be far more dangerous than others, because of his cunning and ability to deceive. And if he truly was one of the future leaders of the Han clan, then dealing with him would be extremely difficult. Even Hanya, well known among the younger generation, did not receive such high evaluation. His name was Hanyu. In the Han clan, competition was incredibly cruel, and the fate of the losers was usually dreadful. Rumor had it that Hanyu had never once been defeated since birth. All of his opponents had always fallen before him. Furthermore, he possessed the divine bloodline of the Han clan. Gu Qingyang also joined the conversation, saying that Hanyu was different from other members of the Han clan. Normally, they attacked immediately to rip out a person's soul, but this man hid behind a friendly mask, though in truth he was cold and merciless. Xiao Yan had already decided in his heart that if the opportunity arose, he must kill Hanyu. Their paths and goals were different, and they were enemies by nature. Therefore, he laid the intention in advance to kill him, knowing that hesitation would only bring disaster. Xiao Yan then looked over the crowd. At least 1,000 people had gathered here, all of them strong. They were preparing for a large-scale assault to break through the beast army. Gu sooner nodded. Once the people organized, they would try again to break through. No faction could do it alone, for the beasts were too many. How would this assault against the beasts end? Thank you very much for watching. Write in the comments what you think about the two newly appeared experts, Fongqinger and Hanyu. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and see you all next time.